Hello everyone, I'm Akshay Jain and this is a demo video on SSIS. In this video, we are going to see how we can load the data from flat file into the database table. For the demonstration purpose, I have just prepared one flat file over here. When I say flat file, it can be a text file or a CSV file in which the data is separated with some predefined format. In this particular demo session, we are going to talk about the delimited files. So here we have one delimited file which contain the details about the product categories. Like we have a data about the product category, like product ID, its English product category name, Spanish product category name, and French product category name. And we have a data for this particular product categories into this particular file. Well, the records are separated by a new line character and the columns are separated by a comma character. What we are going to do is we are going to fetch data from this particular flat file which is stored on my local machine, and we are going to load this data into this database table where the table name is dim product category. In this particular table we have a product category key which is the auto generated column and a key column for a data warehouse table, dimension table to be more specific. Product category alternate key is a business key which is going to be the unique in the source system, and these are the dimension attribute which we are going to load over here. That is the English product category name, Spanish name, and French product category name. We have audit columns over here as well, but I will go into this when we cover the concept on the ETL framework. Now, before we go and create a SSIS package, let's just first understand this particular file. In this particular file, we can just see that we have a data like product category ID, English name, Spanish name, and French name. Now, here you can see that the records are separated by a new line and the columns are separated by a comma character. But we have over here this double quotes as well. These double quotes are basically the text qualifier, and they are by default being added to the files that has been created on the Microsoft system. You should always ask your business users whenever you start loading the data from a flat file, what are the text qualifiers? Text qualifiers makes more sense if you have a comments kind of column into your data table. Like for example, if I have one file and in that particular file, let's say I have a column like product ID, product name, description, and amount or product price. If in this file I don't have a, let's say, a text qualifier as double quotes, and I have product information like ID is 1, product name is ABC, its description is this is a beauty product, okay, and its amount is, let's say, $10. I have another product with the name, let's say, XYZ, and I have some information about it that this is a good product, it is used for X purpose, Y purpose, and Z purpose, and its cost is $20, let's say. Now, if I have data like this in the file, and if I'm reading the data from this file, I can understand this sentence, the sentence that is mentioned in the description column, but my code cannot understand this detail. When he is going to read the data based on the detail that the row is delimited by a new line character and the records are delimited by a comma character, the code will be able to handle the ID, name, and description amount for the first record. But for the second record, it will consider 2 as an ID, XYZ as a name. This is a good product, it is used for X. Till this, it will consider it as a description, and after that, it will consider the remaining part as an amount. So here we are going to have an ambiguity. So for that purpose, to handle this kind of scenario where you have a column delimiter is being used in the description or comments kind of column, people generally add a text qualifier in the files. So rather than having a data in this particular manner, if I just add a text qualifier over here, okay, it is going to make more sense. So let me just add a text qualifier over here. Okay, and I'm just replacing this file with the text qualifier. And now with the text qualifier, I will be able to easily identify that where my column is being ending. So here I can just see specifically that I can use the combination of double quotes and comma character, and using that particular identification I will be able to uniquely identify a particular product. Okay, so this double quotes are called the text qualifier. Now to read the data from this particular file into the SSIS package, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into my solution, and in my solution I'm just going to add a new SSIS package. So I'm going over here, I'm right clicking on my solution, saying add new item, and adding a new SSIS package where I'm giving this package a name as a flat file load. Now, after I add this package, the first thing what I want to do is I want to set it as a startup object, and I want to add a connection manager over here as I want to read the data from a flat file and I want to load it into my database table. So for that purpose, I'm just right clicking over here in this connection manager, and I'm saying that I want to create a new flat file connection. Here I can just say new flat file connection. It is just going to give me one pop-up window where I just need to define how I'm going to read this particular file or how this particular file is being created. Once that pop-up window will come, I'm just going to start that configuration. This file is being based or placed on the folder that is available on my desktop. So I'm going to my desktop and I'm going to the material folder and selecting a file from the place product flat files, where I have keep this file with the name product category.csv. So I'm going over here and I'm selecting this file product category.csv. After that I can just say OK over here, and I can define over here what is my text qualifier. I'm defining my text qualifier as a double quotes. I have a column in the first data row, so I'm just keeping it selected. This format and other property, I will go into the detail in the session when I see you in the class. Post that I can go into the columns where I can define what are my row delimiters and what are my column delimiters. Based on the delimiter, it has identified these details. I can go to the advanced property, and here in the advanced property, by default for each and every column of the flat file, the data type is defined as a string of 50 character. If you are accepting the data which is of other data type, like for example this product category ID in our case is an integer data, so I can just make it as a 4 byte sign integer. Okay. Also the data which I'm going to expect in the English product category, French product category and Spanish product category, this data I won't be able to accommodate in the type string of 50 character. I will be able to accommodate the English product category name but not the Spanish and French, because they contain a special characters which cannot be accommodated into the data type string. So for that purpose, I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to select its data type as a Unicode string of type 50 character or whatever length is being provided to you by your business users. After defining the size over here and the data types over here, you can just see its preview, and in the preview if data looks good to you, you can just say OK. Now the other connection which I want to create is a connection to my database, because that is where I'm going to load my data. So for that purpose, I'm again going to the connection manager, right click over here and just going to create a OLEDB connection. I'm saying create a new OLEDB connection, where I'm just going to create a new connection. So clicking on the new button, and in the pop-up window I'm going to provide my server name, which is on my machine as Akshay-PC. It's a server name that I have created for this database, And the database in which I want to load the data is the training database. So I can just select it over here, say test connection, okay, and okay over here. Once this connection is added, I'm good to read the data from a flat file and good to load the data into the destination table. So for that purpose, I'm just adding this data flow task over here. Once the data flow task is added, I can just go over here and I can see its source transformations. Now here I want to fetch a data from the flat file. So I'm selecting the flat file as my source and just going to open it in the edit mode to configure it. So I'm just double click on it. Here, as I have only one file connection manager used in my package, it is by default selected. I can go to the column section, see all the column names coming properly, and I can just say okay over here. This data I want to load into my destination table, that is a DIM product category. So I'm going to the destination, and from destination I'm going to select the OLEDB destination because I've created a connection of type OLEDB over here. So I'm selecting it and passing this data of flat file source to the OLEDB destination. Here I need to configure this OLEDB destination to receive this data. So I'm double clicking on it where my database is selected by default. Data access mode and other options I will go into the detail during our live training sessions. Here I'm just selecting the name of the table or view as a DIM product category. And after selecting a table, I can go into the mapping section and do the mapping over here. That these are the columns in which I want to load the data. Whenever your column name is same, the mapping SSIS will do automatically. If the column names are different, like this product category ID and product category alternate key, we need to do it manually. So I can just go over here and I can just map it over here that this data I want to load it over here. Once I do it, I can just say okay over here, and now my SSIS package is ready to read the data from this flat file and load it into a destination table. I can just save this package. I can go to my database and I can just check the data table. But in the data table as of now, I don't have any data. Now I'm going over here in my SSIS package, going to the Solution Explorer, and I'm just saying run this SSIS package. So I'm right clicking on it and I'm just saying execute package. It is going to do the execution of this particular task that has been added to the data flow task, where it is going to read the data from the flat file and going to load all the 4 records into the destination table. Once it loads all the data, we will be able to see the respective data into our destination table. So just give it a minute. That is just initiating the job execution. Now it has started the job execution where it has started reading the data from the flat file. Okay, and it has read all 4 records, and those 4 records it has just loaded into the destination table, which you can see over here. Now I can just say stop execution over here, and now if I just go and check the data into my data table, I will be able to see all these 4 records over here. So in this particular manner, you can just read the data from a flat file and you load it into the destination table. Thank you for watching this demo session, and let us know if you have any question or concern with this particular session. Happy learning and thank you.